Well, they were strict, and well, they were and they weren't, you know. I mean,
My father was.
Until I was 18, I had to be in.
Oh yeah.
For about 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh, that was late for us, 11 o'clock.
Oh yeah, but I mean, this was after I started work. I mean, before that, I had to be in by 9 o'clock. Young people drink far too much now, and a lot of hospital cases through it. To say,
I think it's a
drink
shame.
less.
They come in from school, they sit down, they put the thing on, and they're doing all this twittering and
or the computer.
Yeah, they don't do a thing.
When we were young, we didn't have them, did we?
No.
It wasn't heard of.
No televisions, no computers, no.
And we didn't have television,
and it was
radio.
a good thing as well.
Yeah, but I mean, even so nowadays, they're that blooming lazy. They just come home from school, sit down, put the things on, and that's it.
What would you say to young people to say, this is what you need to do to keep to keep it together, to keep...
Yeah, but that's all right saying that, but they don't take any notice. Younger people want to get out dancing and boozing mainly. No, they do. They don't take any notice at all.
I don't think they want to.
No.
They don't want to mix with the
No.
old people. I'm not saying every younger one is like that, because a good sample here with these two, they always mix with us. So it's not the majority, it's the minority, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So why are we so different? What's the difference?
Depends on the individual.
Well, tell me what you mean.
I can't say what another young individual would think about an old goat like me, can I?
Sometimes the younger people understand the older people, but sometimes they don't, like in different things. The old people just think that we don't understand anything they went through or that they're going through, but we actually do.
I think the older people sort of don't give us a chance to sort of have an understanding of like what they went through, like at our age, and older people and younger people start to sort of mix together and sort of tell each other what they went through and what they sort of went through as well, and get advice from each other. And so you should get opportunities to sort of go into like a home and sort of speak to them, and like citizenship at school, it's like learning about the world and stuff. You should be able to sort of arrange something and like go in and sort of speak to like older people and like listen to their experiences and stuff like that.
Yeah, because things have changed and people are more outgoing now and like got more attitude towards people and do a lot more stuff to say this is what I do and this is how people else have got to do it. Yeah, like parents are a lot more softer, most of them. Like they let the children go out and do a lot more stuff. So that means that they're getting more attitude, they're meeting more people, and the more they go out, the more their attitude grows, and then they just think, yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and then no one can stop me.
I think we're like all the older people of like the world a lot, because they've done a lot for us, like World War I, World War II, fought for us and our freedom. So I think we owe them quite a lot. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't sort of be here and be doing the things that we can. So I think it's thanks to them.
At 21, you're an adult, and you should be able to decide on stuff yourself, and you shouldn't have to have your parents there telling you what time you got to get in by. I think it's kind of wrong, but they was only looking out for their safety back in the days.
I don't think my parents are strict at all. Like, well, they can be in a way. Like, if it comes down to school and things are affecting the way I'm being at school, then she'll be strict about it. But she'll let me go out, and if I've got to be in by the time that I've got to be in by, then she'll let me go out again. Like, a lot of the time I didn't used to go out on school nights, but sometimes I do go out on school nights now, as long as I'm in and I've done my homework and I've done everything that I need to do. But I don't know, they're not as strict as a lot of other parents are. I think it's down to respect, that I respect them and they respect me, and they respect that I've got a social life as well as them.
My parents are strict on like behaviour at school and things like that, but I mean on the sort of curfew, like to be in, it's sort of like they're a bit more trusting and like say a time, and if I'm not in by then, it's at least a week's grounded. But usually they'll give me a sort of sensible time to be in at, where it's like not too late or not like sort of too early. I think it's a good thing that parents are strict, because when you're older in life, you're sort of a bit more respecting to other people.
I think it depends on the situation. If your parents are strict on some things and not others, then some things you don't have to be strict on that some of them are strict on, but then other things that it's good if they're strict on them, but if they're not, then it could like affect the way you grow up and like your life when you're older.
I think it's a good thing that parents are strict, because it affects on your attitude and your future, like how you're going to act. I think there are quite a few people who are like on the streets, young age, drinking, which isn't a good thing. But there is more people who aren't doing that, who don't get like praise. I don't know, yeah, for like not hanging on the streets drinking. They always think bad of young people when it comes to alcohol.
There is a lot of young people that are out getting drunk with it on the streets, but a lot of it comes down to what your mum lets you do. Like, if your mum lets you drink at home, not a lot, but like a little bit, then you're not going to go out and do it, because she's showing you that you're showing her that trust, that she trusts you, so you're showing her that she can trust you. So like, you won't go out and do it as much, but there is a lot of people that go out and drink on the streets, and it's not just them that get a bad impression of them, they get a bad impression of everyone else.
Younger people like drinking like out on the streets, I think it sort of reflects on the parents, like sort of, or they're not keeping an eye on the kids, checking them, seeing if they have been drinking or causing any trouble. I think it is, if you was out like a special occasion or out on a meal and you had like, say, a drink of alcohol, I think it's better doing it that way than letting your kids go out and drink on like a park or on the streets, because you know you've got the trust then off your mum and dad not to be stupid with like alcohol, and respect it, because it's a drug at the end of the day, and you need to respect it.
I don't think I'm lazy at all. Like, I'm at school 5 days a week, and then like at night I'll do coursework or whatever, and then a weekend I'll either be working or I'll be out, like, so I don't think I'm lazy.
Some people are lazy, some people won't even come into school and they'll just sit and do nothing, but there's a lot of young people that will come into school and then they'll have the homework, or they'll go out and do sports, and there's a lot more people doing more sports now, and then we just do a lot more than people think we do.
I think that there's quite a few lazy people at our age, but I mean, like people who want to join the army and stuff need to be like working on the fitness, because I mean, coming up to age of 16 now and you can join the army, so people are sort of getting like training in like me, and going out and getting fit and taking part in physical activity, and then going to school as well, and then at weekends you're doing sports as well. So I think we're not really that lazy.
No, not really. I don't think the younger and older people mix together, because I think the older people get a bit frightened of the younger people, and like what they hear in all like the news and the papers about like what the young ones are doing and committing crimes, and the older people think we're all like that.
I don't think older and younger people don't mix, but they don't completely ignore them, they don't completely ignore each other, say. They don't just go and mix with older people, because they've not got the same attitude towards each other, they've not got the same views on the world. So they see things differently, so they don't really mix together.
I do think younger and older people mix, because it's like I'll like pick up things and learn things off older people, and like that gets passed on to me. I learn it, practice it, and then sort of pass it on to younger people than me. So I think we do mix quite a lot, and like you learn it, pass it on, and then you pass it on to other people. So I think it's good that they mix.
There's loads of technology out now, and everyone's just like at the computers or on the Xbox, and they're keeping them away from socialising with other people, like meeting people, and they're just bothered about playing on the games.
I think that younger people do sort of stay indoors a lot more and go on Facebook and stuff. I think sort of nosing into other people's lives, and it's like instead of sitting behind a computer all the time, like go out and sort of find out for yourself, like having conversations with people instead of just sitting there and typing over a computer, because you're sort of like fearless. If you sat behind a computer, you can say whatever you want, but if you sat in front of someone, you don't. There's some sort of things that you do and don't say.
Do you feel isolated?
Not really. I think I sort of get out and sort of speak to people instead of just sitting there on the computer all the time. I'll sort of go and mix with other people and like talk about things instead of just sitting there and nosing into other people's lives.